Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jim Musgrave, and I have taught for over 24 years, and 15 of those years were dedicated to teaching online students and developing software and curricula to make their learning experiences the best they can be. As the owner of Emory Publishing, I'm proud to be hosting over 200 educators and online professionals from over 9 different countries. And we hope you can appreciate the global reach of our mobile platform, as this was one of the main purposes for its creation. I now want to cover the core components of our Embellisher mobile publishing education and training platform. But first, let me explain the major differences between our product and our competitors, who are many. There are 3 main attributes to our platform that don't exist in any of our competitors' learning management systems. Number 1, we don't charge a monthly fee based on users. Our costs are based on a one-time installation fee and a yearly license fee for you to use our Embellisher platform on your PHP-enabled server. Once you pay your installation and license fee, based on the components you want implemented, you may run the program any way you choose. We do emphasize a student-centered approach, but your implementation of our platform is based on your needs. For example, we have education entrepreneurs and ebook publishers who use our platform to sell courses and ebooks, and they receive 97% of the purchase price they affix. The only store cost you pay while using our platform is the customer purchase fee of 3% for the Stripe payment system that is included inside the store installation. Compare that with the 30% fee that Amazon and other ebook distributors charge. The core components of our platform, the Embellisher, eReader, Creator Studio, and eReader, are not available in any other learning management system out there today, because EPUB 3 is an XHTML-based file format that uses CSS and JavaScript. It can display a variety of content types and interactivities on different platforms and screen sizes. There are 2 layout options for ebooks created in EPUB 3, fixed layout and reflow layout. Both layouts can include text, images, static and animated graphics, videos, and audio clips. The choice of layout depends on the aim, intended use, and the nature and treatment of the content. Our Embellisher platform allows students to create projects and assignments by collaboration that leverages Google Hangout, Google Docs, and live chat. Ours is the only platform that also permits students to communicate and simulate the sales of the projects within the school system and/or around the world. This is in tune with our learning philosophy of learn by doing. Students and employees can feel like creative business people by using our platform. Now I'm going to begin the guided tour. First, let me share the screen. Now let's begin our tour by visiting the administrative side of things. Once you've licensed your platform, you'll be able to access what I'm now going to show you. First, we visit the e-reader portion of our platform. Then we click on the account icon of the head in the upper right of the e-reader interface. Click on the Go to Publisher panel. Then you log in with your administrator information. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it's because I have two sessions open. There we go. Okay, now I'm inside the administrative platform. Please note that you have a real-time summary of the number of EPUB 3 ebooks and courses that have been sold in your account. This is through the Stripe payment system. You set that up through Stripe, and you give them your bank information, and all monies go directly to your account. The way our turnkey installation works is that anybody who's designated as an administrator can add or delete users, assign prices to books and course materials, and perform as publisher and or teacher. Please note the different user types you can assign under user management. This is the type of user. Can be a reader or an author. And then the account type, you can assign that they read only as students, or you can make them a publisher. And they can have standard access, which means they can create ebooks inside the EPUB 3 Creator Studio, or they can have complete access to create and upload their ebook projects into the store component. You can also allow a student to have books that are all free. And once you've established the user, you click Create Account. As teacher or publisher, you can mass add users to your account. These are CSV files, comma separated, username, email, and password, and each line is one user account. These students will be shown under your readers, this column. These students alone will be able to access the course materials you create for them. In other words, if you're a teacher, all these students that you've added by mass add will only be able to see your course materials. The rest of the other users that are shown here are simply users of the Creator Studio, which is the only communal part to our platform, but they don't see what you create. You can edit all users individually as the administrator teacher. Another way to look at this admin interface is from the ebook publisher's perspective. The admin can sell publisher accounts to individual authors and give them author and publisher with upload privileges as users. This will allow each author to have his or her own store and ebook creation privileges, as well as the marketing tactics shown in our tutorials inside the EPUB 3 Creator Studio. Also, each author can have his or her own Stripe bank and payment account, and he or she can create the live stream mobile book tour that I will show you later. Please note that since we are EPUB 3 format, if you would like your authors to have a website, you can create a complete website in our studio, and each author can have a website as an ebook. Now let's go to store management. This is where the administrator or the author can assign upload privileges and assign the different attributes to them for marketing. Please note that this information is added when you're inside the EPUB Creator Studio, but only in this interface can you assign the price and then upload the ebook when you're in the studio component. You must use this admin store management interface in this admin account when you want to add the metadata for the ebook and course materials you're uploading, or have uploaded them from the studio. In other words, in the Creator Studio, you can't add a description, you can't add the excerpt, and you can't assign a genre materials. You can, however, add a price. Note that you can add or change the title of your ebook, the author's name, a synopsis, description, excerpt from the ebook's contents, assignment of the genre category, and the price. Preload the book down here. You can preload the course materials or the ebook into your student reader's library desktop. Otherwise, they have to do a search in the store. And of course, they can be free or they can be for a cost. You may edit and delete the ebooks you've already created interface. Now let's go to the promo codes or coupons. Okay, I'm having account problems here. I think I have too many entries. Back to the original account. Please view the YouTube view to see the video. The video share. Okay, now I'm going to go to the promo codes. If your student authors want to run a coupon promotion for your project or ebook, this is where you do it. Simply assign a specific code number, list the discount amount. You can make it free, or you can assign the number of times it can be used, or you can assign a percentage of discount. And then you choose your book that you want to use. And then you add the coupon. In the Creator Studio tour, I'll show you how you can promote these discounts by using the direct link to the ebook inside your store. Now let's head over to the Communal EPUB 3 Creator Studio. I say communal because this is the only component in our Embellisher platform that is shared by all our clients and users. Component is not installed on your server to save you cost and time. If you do want this component on your server, you'll have to pay quite a bit extra. Look, the icons at the top right. The tutorials button will take you to the variety of instructional videos on how to use the studio tools, projects through the Embellisher platform, media. Sign up for your free account to access this component. I will be covering only the interface you now see. To create an EPUB book or course materials, you simply fill in the title, the author, and the language you're using. Please note that we have fonts for foreign languages, and you can also read from, as is the case in Hebrew, Arabic, and Chinese. Use the cover image that you want to use. Please use a recommended size of 1024 pixels by 800 pixels. And next, you can choose one of the provided templates for family, children's books, and medieval types of formatting. Or you can create your own formatting. Specialized formatting for a textbook you want to sell, please contact us for your design requirements. We can create interactive, fixed, and flowable layouts. Specialized AR and VR games, as mentioned in my book, How to Use the Embellisher for Education. For example, the Judge Jimmy game was can be developed into a virtual reality experience. Also, when your students are in groups, they can interact with the provided live chat. And of course, they can also correspond by Google Hangout. To do simultaneous live editing, in case you're not familiar with Google Doc, it's quite handy. And we leverage as many of these great programs as we can into our system. Please note the individual ebook interface under My eBooks. The link provided is the one I mentioned previously. It is the link that goes directly to the ebook that's inside the library, in the e-reader's library. You can copy this link and send it to other members of your group, class, or even to social websites. You can also tweet your ebook or course. Okay, now I'll take you to the, I have to log in as publisher to get to access this next component. Okay. Now let's click on the edit button. This is where you and your students create your ebooks and course materials. You go through the tutorials on using the insert story choice and the insert videos. The rest of the editing is pretty straightforward and simple. However, remember that you can also add JavaScript for interactive content, live animation, and of course the CSS styles, fixed layout design. This is not available in any of our competitors' learning management system platforms. Now let's take a look at the Special Authors Virtual Bookstore Tour. Let's go back to My Books. And note you can preview the book, view the book as the student will see it or the reader. This is an excellent way to showcase your students' projects. In this sample, I'm showcasing my own award-winning historical mystery, Forevermore. Note that this ebook contains a video trailer. Let me go to the book tour page. It has a book trailer. And it also has a link to a flip book version of the book, Forevermore. And there's a link for the reader to see the embellished version of Forevermore. This is the version that is inside the library and contains videos and relevant multimedia that kind of jazzes up the original novel and gives historical reference. There are also links to the recording of the text by my voice of Pat O'Malley, who's the detective in this series of steampunk mystery novels. So if the reader wants to read by themselves, they can do that. Or if they want the audio version, they can certainly click on that. And then you click on the head of Poe, be taken to some videos that relate to the chapter. This is Poe's funeral that's done every year in Baltimore, Maryland, where he died. So it's kind of cool having a multimedia version that you could charge extra and people enjoy going over. Okay, and you can also listen to the prologue of Forevermore read by Shandon by going to the music note. And this is also part of the music playlist that you can incorporate into any of your materials or ebooks. That's kind of cool because it allows you to add music or other types of audio, instructional audio that goes along with your course material. And then, of course, you can also insert the live stream promotion, recording, Jim Musgrave live reading in the future, and they can sign up. And I'll show you the page where you can do this. And then finally, you have an Authograph widget, which allows the reader to get a signed digital version of the author's books, including, of course, Forevermore. And then during the live streaming event, you can have live chat going for the readers to ask questions of the author. Now, if these are your students, this is a great way for them to get attention for their projects that they've created, let other people speak and make comments about them, and so forth. And let me show you the sample book tour schedule page that you can create. You simply have a name for your event. What's it about? Looks at Forevermore, Pat O'Malley Mystery. You give your air date. A link where they can send advanced questions or comments for the show. What's it about? Looks at the death of Edgar Allan Poe through the mysterious lens of author Jim Musgrave. So they can add to the calendar, make sure that they'll attend this event. And of course, it'll be inside your e-reader component of the Embellisher platform. Okay, now let's go to the interesting part of our component, which is the forum. That's up here. It's in the e-reader section. This is the teacher-student forum or author-reader forum, however you're using our platform. Teachers can use this forum to create individual course topics and quizzes for students. It has a control center and an interface for private messaging. I like to compare it to an individualized version of Amazon's Goodreads. In other words, you can have commentary for book reviews and book clubs. You can have you can delineate different sections of your forum for different topics. And we can install this as part of your turnkey application. Now let's go to the Lime survey component that I talk about in the ebook. If you want this installed, you can have it added to your platform. The program's used to create detailed assessment questionnaires whose responses are used to put your students into their EPUB 3 Creators Studio work groups. Since this is a student-centered platform, your students need to be carefully assessed so that you can put them into groups adequately. Of course, there are also templates available and plugins that you can use to send out these questionnaires. Now let's look at the PHP list component. This is basically a PHP version of MailChimp, except you don't have to pay the monthly fee or get your fee raised according to the number of users you might have. You can create campaign emails to students or potential students if you happen to run this as an administrator of a campus. And you also may want to use your PHP list software to run advertisements. There's no limit on the number of email campaigns you can transmit. No monthly fees to use it. Our publisher clients are the ones who take full advantage of this installation. Please note that we can also install a conventional learning management system as shown in the ebook, How to Use This Embellisher for Education in Chapter 8. Simply tell us what you need to include and we'll do it. Frankly, it's a lot cheaper than Blackboard's system, and you can kind of streamline your setup so that the core component of the embellisher, e-reader and Studio, Creator Studio, is highlighted. Okay. Well, that concludes our guided tour. We'll now take chat questions from you, and we'll try to answer them as best we can. We like to answer questions that have to do with a specific way you would like to use our platform at your business or school. As a former online educator for many years, I enjoy creating projects and curricula with other teachers. In addition, my lead programmer, the genius behind the coding of our embellisher, and the one who will do your installations is Bas van Stein, who lives in the Netherlands. He can answer any technical questions you might have. Finally, my son Chris is my sales manager. He has extensive experience in human resources as well as in direct sales of our products. So he can also respond to your questions. We'll write our responses through the chat interface, so our deaf folks will be able to read them. In addition, I have typed a text version of this guided tour. I will post a link where you can access it. Thanks to you and to the Online Learning Consortium marketing staff for this chance to show off our platform. We hope we can be helping you very soon. We're answering questions on the YouTube page. Just refresh your page and you'll be able to type in your questions. Please access the YouTube link to ask your questions. The sample augmented reality is in your ebook. You just click on it. The augmented reality is under the multimedia section in your ebook. You can install augmented reality inside any of the ebooks in the studio or your course materials. Do you want a direct link to the YouTube? Chapter 8 in the ebook is using AR and VR. Okay, I'm sharing the ebook, and this is the chapter on using VR and AR. We have the VR and AR programmers who can create the worlds you need for your course. However, if you're fortunate enough to have somebody on staff that can do the programming, then there are certainly places to go where these worlds can be constructed. And I have links. And there are also online sources that provide VR content to add to your curriculum. Our developers can create the world you need by planning out the design beforehand and then designing your virtual world to your specifications. And I give you a few examples here. A client who had to train people for hospital work, nurses. So we created the virtual world. And of course, I mentioned the Judge Jimmy game that I used. You can also use AR as collaboration and gaming. The Pokemon Go app is very popular, so you can use AR 3D animations in a pop-up for a campus guide that would be a lot more interesting than just the usual 360 tour of campuses. They can actually, the students going to your campus can do a little hunting as they tour your campus as a game. And of course, we have gamifications that you can add to give incentive. Okay, are there any other questions? Okay, thanks a lot. I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully you can get the rest of your questions answered either by email, or we're certainly available by Google Hangout or any other means of communication. The ebook that I've created, remember, has a few goodies in there for you to download. Check that out. Thanks a lot. It's been a lot of fun, even with the minor technical glitches. Take care.